Hello, Cleve Threadgill, Superintendent of Ottawa Elementary, and today's topic is the budget situation at Ottawa Elementary. For anyone who picks up a newspaper in the area and listens to the radio, there's been a lot of talk, not only at Ottawa Elementary, but certainly in the surrounding area about lack of revenues. And so today I just want to give you a little bit of information of what's going on at Ottawa Elementary with the budget. Understand, first of all, that we want to provide the best education possible and to use the dollars in the best way possible to provide an education that's what we would like to think of as an excellent education for every student that goes through Ottawa Elementary. But some of the challenges we've faced have been lingering for quite some time. And there's, first of all, the first challenge we face is with our funding formula. The funding formula is a very complex formula that the state has devised over the years that there's been a lot of misunderstandings about. First of all, we're in what we call a foundation level funding, and foundation is based on the number $6,119. Oftentimes people confuse this and think that that means that the district receives $6,119 per student, but that is not true. It's a number that's part of the formula. If we received the $6,119 per student, we would then receive at Ottawa Elementary well over $13 million a year, and I probably would not be having this conversation with you at this time. But because the formula is the way it is, we should in entail receive $5 million in the last fiscal year, for example. $5 million should have come to Ottawa Elementary from the state of Illinois. In reality, even the State Board of Education would tell you that that is not enough money based on the foundation number level that they think should be $8,700. But that being said, what's been the thing that's been hurting us the most is that for the last 4 years there's been a proration. 4 years ago it was 95% of that $5 million, we'll use that number roughly, and then over the last 3 years, 89%. Last year alone, that cost the district over $600,000. In the last 3 years, $1.6 million that we should have received has not funneled through to us. Secondly, on top of that, the formula is supposed to help us when the area EAV is going down. Well, our assessed value has been going down, as we know, ever since the recession hit, and it's still going down at this time, although we think it's bottomed out. So what, in essence, that formula is supposed to do for the money that you lose in EAV from local tax dollars, it's supposed to make up that amount. But when you prorate it, you take that away. So not only are we dealing with a situation where we have numbers that are down on one end, you hope to make up at the other, but when we have to cover costs, and costs always go up, and your numbers and your revenues are always going down, that proves to be a problem. So over the last few years, we have made reductions in staff, supplies, a number of different things that tally over $1.9 million, and that also included retirements. In many instances, we haven't replaced those individuals. We've lost money from elimination of grants. At one point in time, there used to be 22 grants available to districts. There's now only 9. To give you an example, we used to have a grant called the Illinois Textbook Loan Program. It was wonderful. It could help offset the cost of textbooks and keep a flow going consistently for every district. On a yearly basis, it would rotate between lower elementary, middle elementary, and all the way up to high school level. Well, for a district of our size at 2,150 students, this can cost well over $100,000 to adopt a text. Now that money's gone. So you can see how, while we want to maintain and keep up to date with our supplies and materials and curriculum, it's not an easy venture when we have those costs all placed on us now. Unfunded mandates include park assessment that we have to do. This is the new version of what we would call ISAT. And at this point in time, that mandate costs us $50,000 in network switches just to convert to an online form of testing. So what can we do? I think to remain informed. There'll be a lot of things happening in the next few months that we will be sure to communicate with our community, but we just want to make you aware of some of the challenges we face at this time with financing. Thank you.